Jeanette Small from Lucid Cradle, and her business is psilocybin services. So I'm going to introduce Jeanette.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. My name is Jeanette, as you've heard, and I have a psilocybin services center here in Bend. We have been in operation legally, fully licensed for about 3 weeks. And so far, I have seen 2 clients because I am seeing 1 client a week only. My service center is a one-person situation. I am a sole practitioner. I see, as I've mentioned, just 1 person per week, so my numbers are going to be relatively low. The population that I'm trying to serve primarily is comprised of folks who have complex trauma. So I provide pro bono services, at least 1 per month, but I'm open to doing more for combat veterans and first responders. So if you do know anyone who is seeking services, please let them know that they can receive services from me free of charge. Alternatively, for more recreational or for folks who are utilizing psilocybin for other reasons, I do have an offering of ranging between 1 day to 5 days, but really the emphasis is on spending time together. I wanted to mention what I think is really important in working with psilocybin, and that, in my view, is actually the relationship. I know we've had quite a bit of talk about how psilocybin is doing all of the work, the mushrooms themselves are really healing, and I would like to say that my bias is that what psilocybin mushrooms are offering is the opportunity for repair, is the opportunity for re-experiencing oneself in the world, in relationship, in a held, loving environment. So simply having the substance that allows to open those doors is not sufficient. It can open the doors, but then we need to support the experience. And this is what psilocybin services in this legal realm really are trying to facilitate for. It's not just access to a product, it's a supported environment in which people can experience themselves more fully. So, let me tell you a little bit about the legal framework. It seems like generally this group is overall more familiar with the healing powers of plant medicine. And if you have any questions, I do encourage you to come and speak to me afterwards. So I would like to share a little bit about the legal framework and what is available. How is this different from, let's say, what was available previously in the gray or black market? So right now we have 4 centers licensed in the state of Oregon. Everyone has started seeing clients, but we're rolling out those services relatively slowly. The bigger centers are able to serve several clients at the same time, unlike what I'm offering, which is 1 client at a time. So you will see greater numbers in being served in Eugene and in Ashland. The facilitators are still kind of coming online. We have a lot of wonderful people who have received licensure and are still looking for kind of their place in the world. So they're still looking for how to offer all of their services. So the industry is still developing. There's still a lot to choose from, a lot of things that we can really customize for the clients. So I'm wondering if there are any questions, if there's anything. Yeah. Well, thank you for the question. The question was about liability insurance, but I hear the bigger question about costs more in general. So liability insurance is not required as of this point. It is wise to have liability insurance just coming from, having served people in the clinical field. So for me, for my model, where I am, a trained clinician with lots and lots of clinical experience, working by myself, offering services one-on-one, I am still paying over $800 a month for my insurance. compare that to when I was working in residential facilities as a therapist, I was paying $23 a month for my liability insurance, which I was able to write off on taxes, unlike what I'm able to do now. Because psilocybin remains a Schedule 1 substance, we do not get to enjoy any of the protections of the systems that have been established. So we're not able to deduct cost of doing business from our income, which means that everything is just that much more pricey. With that also, the space that we're renting, the landlord is not allowed to have a mortgage on their property, or rather they're allowed to have the mortgage, but the bank might not be fond of that situation, and they can give you a 24-hour notice and then pull back their agreements because you're in federal agreement in compliance. So there are a lot of administrative hurdles. Additionally, because the way that this offering has been rolled out legally, we are not a therapy. We are considered an adult use model, and with that, we also do not get access to a lot of the kind of the support that other therapeutic modalities are able to access. So all of that is driving up the prices. All of that is absolutely making it less accessible, because it is less accessible by design. The design is, this is an adult use model of a federally illegal substance. So all of the different frameworks that exist to support access to therapeutic modalities, they're not going to be supportive of this, at least until we have demonstrated the therapeutic use modality for it. Does that answer the... Thank you. Do we have any other questions or concerns, anything that you'd like me to speak to? No? All right. Well, I thank you very much for your attention. If you do have any questions whatsoever, I am tabling just right here, and you're absolutely encouraged to reach out to me through my website or my social media, and I would love to answer all of your questions. Thank you so much.